This broadcast is presented under the legal ownership authority of Magnitude Sports. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Magnitude Sports. Send it up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome. We are live here at Bozeman, Montana, with a nice look of the mountains as pretty much your center field. We'll call it the batter's eye. It looks really cool. I like it here. We're getting ready for the Stars taking on the Green Canyon Huskers. We are just moments away from first pitch. We'll tell you more about everything here in just a quick 30 seconds.
400 would like to thank these additional sponsors for supporting our Legion baseball program. Bell Bank, member FDIC. Valley Service of Fargo. Legacy Plumbing. D&M Industries. And Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. All right, just had to flip-flop who was home and away here really quick on my in my scorebook. We're getting ready to go. It's Garrick Hansen on the mound pitching here for the Green Canyon Huskers. Green Canyon Huskers based out of North Logan, Utah in Cache County. They're about 85 miles almost due north of Salt Lake City, one of the more popular cities in Utah, or they are 342 miles from Bozeman or 1,079 miles from Fargo. Behind the plate is Tris Eborn.
Michael Essex.
And then around the bases, you got Dakota Calvary at first, Gage Atkinson at second, Beckham Erickson at shortstop, and Bronx Aguirre at third. We'll go through the outfield here after the first pitch of the game to Michael Essex. Swing and a miss, strike one.
First pitch,
155 time of the first pitch under an extreme heat advisory, 77 degrees and sunny skies here in Bozeman, Montana. Hansen will wind up for his second pitch, and Essex will pop that one up foul first base side for an 0-2 count. In the outfield, Jaden Johnson in left, Gavin Spackman in center field, and Ty Smith in right field for the Huskers, and that's how they will set up defensively, looking a lot like the Mandan Chiefs out there with their green and yellow colors. That one will miss inside. That'll be the first ball of the ball game. 1-2 the count now here to Michael Essex. Gus Wermeyer and Kane Mathiasen will be the other two batters that we'll see this inning here for the Stars. And Essex going to send that one into right center field. Going after it there and making the catch is Ty Smith for out number one. So a fly out to right for Michael Essex will bring up Gus Wermeyer.
Gus Wermeyer.
So Garrick Hansen, I want to thank one of the parents for the Huskers for helping me out with a couple of the names that were appearing a little tricky, but they weren't as tricky as I thought they would be. 1 ball, no strikes. Garrick Hansen, the way they explained it to me, it was like it's Lou Gehrig, but all right, hopefully we're going to stay. Strike 1 here to Kane Mathiasen. And the 0-1 pitch, and that's outside. We'll even up the count at a ball and a strike. 1-1. North Logan, Utah. Founded in 1890 by Ralph Smith. The city was named after the nearby Logan River. Once again, they're about 85 miles north of Salt Lake City, Utah. And that'll be a strike 2. Pretty emphatic strike call there by our home plate umpire. I like that. I like it when they put some passion into it. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Kane Mathiasen. He'll take a quick peek at Wermeyer on first. And that one will be a base hit in the left field. And Wermeyer's heading to third. The throw is not going to get there in time. It probably did get there in time, but it was a little bit off the target. And second and third now runners here for the Stars on the first hit of the game. Coming off the bat of Kane Mathiasen, that brings us to Kobe Hansen now.
Now stepping up, number 2, Kobe Hansen.
So with 1 out, Stars looking to strike early here. Hansen will take the first pitch for a strike, I believe. Gehrig with the next pitch. This one bounced right back to Hansen. He'll fire it over to first for the 1-3 ground out, and the runners will stay put at second and third. So 2 away. And that'll bring us to Seth Egan now, the designated hitter.
Now stepping up for DH, Seth Egan.
So 2 away for the DH, Seth Egan. And he'll lean back a little bit. That'll be ball 1 here to Egan. If the inning continues, we'll have Gus Pankratz on deck. Stars have had an issue with leaving runners in scoring position this season. We'll see if they can avoid that here in the top of the first. And that'll be a called strike. I'll even up the count at a 1-1. Once again, a big thank you to everybody who's tuning in. And a big thank you to our sponsors, including J. Dietz Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it. And Valley Service and Bell Bank, member FDIC, for supporting Fargo Post 400 baseball here in 2026 as time is called at the plate. Also, broadcast coverage brought to you by Legacy Plumbing, Frank's Lounge, Dakota Fins and Feathers, and Buffalo Wild Wings. 1-1. Swung on a bouncing ball towards third. Aguirre will pick it up and fire it over, and that'll be the third out. They'll leave those 2 runners stranded in scoring position on a 5-3 ground out, and that will take care of the top half of the first. No score after a half inning of play. We'll take a break and be back with the home half of the inning right after this.
Down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Dietz Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 701-367-1175 or visit buildwithjdec.com. J. Dietz Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
All right, welcome back to the 2026 Bozeman Invitational, and the defending champions of that Bozeman Invitational are on the field right now, and they went 5-0 last year, so they have never lost a game here in Bozeman, and hopefully I didn't jinx that for the Stars fans tuning in. And for the Huskers fans tuning in, I know I shared the watch link with some of your people in the stands here, so we welcome you into the broadcast too, and we wish both the teams the best of luck here in this contest. So the inning ended on a 5-3 ground out, stranding 2 on base. And your batting lineup here for the Huskers, batting 1, 2, and 3, shortstop Beckham Erickson, the second baseman Gage Atkinson, and the starting pitcher Garrick Hansen. In the middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is the first baseman Dakota Calvary, the third baseman Bronx Aguirre, and the center fielder Gavin Spackman. The bottom of the order at 7, 8, and 9 is the catcher Tris Eborn, the right fielder Ty Smith, and the left fielder Jaden Johnson. Once again, Beckham Erickson will lead it off here for the Huskers. On the mound for the Fargo Post 400 Stars is Alex Christofferson. Behind the plate catching is Caleb Blanchette. And around the bases, you have Gus Wurmeyer at first, Colby Hansen at second, Max Ammerman the shortstop, Ethan Dahl at third. In the outfield, Michael Essex is in left, Kay Mathiasen is in straightaway center field, and Gus Pankratz is in right field. As Alex Christofferson, the pitcher, gets a few more warm-up tosses in before he will face off against Beckham Erickson. Once again, your three batters here in the top of the first, Beckham Erickson, Gage Atkinson, and Garrick Hansen. The shortstop, second baseman, and the pitcher. We'll see if we get to batter number 4 or not here, as the first pitch is going to miss for a ball here from starting pitcher Alex Christofferson, who's had, it's kind of the theme for Christofferson. He'll throw a ball or two, and then he'll settle into the strikes, and that one's going to be fouled away. They'll even up the count at a ball and a strike. Once again, broadcast coverage of the Stars and Huskers brought to you by Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, Play It Again Sports, Century Builders, Kingpins, and D&M Industries. 1 ball, 1 strike here to the batter, Beckham Erickson. Here's the windup from Christofferson, swing and a miss on a pitch upstairs and a little bit out, strike 2. Once again, 77 degrees under a sunny sky. And also a heat advisory in effect, too. So that one may have left Christofferson's hand before he was ready to let it go. That's the kindest way to put that ball, too, into perspective. My name's Mike. Feel free to chime in on the chat. You do have to be a subscriber to chime in on the chat, but you don't have to pay anything to become a subscriber. That will be strike 3 and the first strikeout for Alex Christofferson. And now he'll face Gage Atkinson.
Number 12, Gage Atkinson.
Our friend Jim from Denver, North Carolina is at a funeral today, so he's not able to watch live, but I'm going to say hi to him anyway when he tunes in on demand. So thanks for tuning in, Jim. Certainly appreciate that. Nothing in one now here to the batter, Gage Atkinson. Here's the windup in the 0-1 pitch, and that one's going to be popped up. First base side and out of play. Into the bushes, just off to the right side of the first base bleachers. The Fargo Post 400 Stars are in the dugout. That's off the first base side of the field, while the I don't want to say Grand Canyon, but it's Green Canyon. Huskers are in the opposite dugout off the third base side of the field. That pitch is going to miss outside, so we're at 1 ball and 2 strikes now here. One and 2 to Atkinson. Wind up and the delivery, and that is strike 3. So he gets 1 looking and 1 swinging. And that's 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring us to Garrick Hansen.
Number 23, Gary Hansen.
And that one's going to slide through for ball 1. Apologize, I don't know what it is. It seems like in the top half of the first, we have a couple disconnects when we go live, and then everything runs smoothly after that. So I apologize for that choppy first inning. I think everything's going smooth now. Swing and a miss for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count here to Garrick Hansen. And that one's going to miss a little bit high. The city of North Logan, Utah was incorporated as a planned residential city in the year 1934 after being founded in 1890. The population as of the 2020 census was just under 11,000. And in one of my favorite months of the year, October, they host a pumpkin walk. Something I intended to Google and learn more about, but I did not have the opportunity to do so. That one's going to be fouled out of the box, and it is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Some popular attractions in North Logan, Utah include Green Canyon, North Logan Park, Logan River Golf Course, and Bear Lake. I think there's one other thing too. Forgot to write it down apparently. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's a little high. We have a full count. It's our first full count of the game. At least I believe it is. Oh, I must have missed a pitch. That walked him. So it was a full count prior to that, and that was ball 4. That'll bring up Dakota Calvary now. Looks like we'll have a...
Dakota Calvary.
Looks like we'll have a courtesy runner for Gary. And that is going to be number, I think I saw number 22, but I'll have to get a double check the jersey number there before I name his name. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be outside for a ball. One and all. It had a 2 on it. It's either 212 or 20 something. That one's fouled away to the right side of our broadcast booth here. Gus Wermeyer playing a really good job at first base, blocking that jersey number. I think it's 22. I don't have a number 22 on my roster for Green Canyon. If I find out who that is, I'll certainly let you know. But And the pitch outside, and let's see, let's catch up. I think we're at 3-1. So AC has walked one. He's potentially a pitch away here from walking another one here. See if he can get a strike. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. That's a nice swing of the bat there by Dakota Calvary. And that'll be a base hit and a single, and runners on first and second here for Green Canyon. So now both teams have a hit in the ball game. And that'll bring us to Bronx Aguirre.
Now stepping up, Brox Aguirre.
So 2 away and 2 out. Want to say hi to Leo and Mora tuning in and complimenting the facility here and cheering on Gus Wermeyer for the Stars. And I'm assuming they're cheering on some other players on the Stars too, but that's probably their favorite one. Back pick up to first. It was close, but he's back in time. Calvary able to slide underneath the tag applied there by Gus Wermeyer. So if you didn't know where Gus was playing, now you know, first base. There's a strike. And it's 1-1. So I figured out if I use my binoculars, I can see the faded scoreboard, but it looks like it's not even turned on, with the exception of the team names from my particular perspective. So 2 balls and a strike. That's okay though. It's not the end of the world. We'll keep up with the game. There's other ways to correct myself if I think I'm off. And the 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. Once again, Garrick Hansen on second, Dakota Calvary on first, and Bronx Aguirre the batter. 2 away with 1 runner in scoring position here for the Huskers, and that one will just miss outside, and a full count. Oh, my apologies, Gus Pankratz. My apologies on that. Payoff pitch coming up here for Christofferson. The runners go on a ground ball out towards short. Ammerman picks it up, fires over to first, and that will strand the 2 runners on base. And we have no score after 1 inning of play here between the Huskers and the Stars. We'll be back with the 2nd inning right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for something handmade, unique, and full of personality? Mandy's of FargoND.com features creative gifts, home decor, accessories, and more. All inspired by family, creativity, and made with heart. Browse dozens of handmade creations, request custom colors or designs, and sign up for the newsletter. Visit MandysOfFargoND.com and discover something new today. MandysOfFargoND.com. Handmade, a little weird, totally wonderful.
Gather up the sports and fitness gear you aren't using anymore and sell it to Play It Again Sports. We will review your gear and choose what we purchase based on condition, brand, and store demand. We will then pay you on the spot, or you can receive additional incentive if you trade towards used or new products in the store.
All right, welcome back to the 2026 Bozeman Invite. It's the 3rd game of the day, but it's the 1st game of the day for the Stars. I believe it's the 2nd game for the Huskers, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. For the Stars here in the top of the 2nd, it's the 6, 7, and 8 portion of the batting lineup. That includes right fielder Gus Pankratz, catcher Caleb Blanchette, and shortstop Max Ammerman. So once again, Gus Pankratz, Leo Mora leading off the top of the 2nd inning here for the Stars. Stars left 2 stranded in scoring position in the top of the 1st, and in the bottom of the 1st, the Huskers left 2 stranded with one of those 2 in scoring position. So both teams with opportunities to break the goose eggs on the scoreboard, but nothing to that sort has happened yet. Right fielder Gus Pankratz steps into the box now. Here's the windup from Hansen, and that's in for a strike. Hansen, 16 pitches with that strike there. Called strike on the inside edge. 0-1 now here to Gus Pankratz. Pankratz, when he gets hits, and he gets plenty of them, he'll usually send them to left field. Usually. He does have a couple to right, none to center this season. Most of them are all to left. 1 ball, 1 strike the count now here to Wermeyer, or check that, Pankratz. And that's inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Vic's Lounge in Moorhead, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7. Hamburger happy hour. Burger and fries for just $6.50. Breakfast from 9 a.m. to noon each day, and they're open 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. 365 days a year. As that one's fouled away for strike 2, they'll pull the count even at 2-2. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by J. Dietz Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it. And Valley Service and Bell Bank, member FDIC, among others. Thank you so much for your support of the 2026 season of Fargo Post 400 baseball. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout and out number 1. That's the first strikeout for Garrick Hansen in this game. And that will bring us to Caleb Blanchette, the catcher.
Now stepping up, number 7, Caleb Blanchette.
Garrick Hansen will wind up, deliver pitch 21, and that one right up and off the ankle of Hansen towards third. They'll fire it over, and they still get it. So it is a 5-3 ground out, and they're going to come out and just make sure that Garrick Hansen is okay. That is the 3rd time this season I have seen the Stars nail a pitcher on the ankle. I don't think they're trying to do it on purpose, but, man, that ball comes back fast sometimes. You have to wonder if that's a 1-5-3 ground out instead of a 5-3 ground out, but we'll go with a 5-3 and make things a little less complicated there. But yeah, I cannot imagine that does not leave a mark. I've been doing baseball for almost 10 years. I've been doing the Stars for 6 years, and I have never seen a pitcher hitting the ankle until this season, and it's happened 3 times now. Max Ammerman, the batter, batting in the number 8 slot in the lineup here for the Stars. That pitch is outside for a ball. So I guess there is no out there. They're actually going to put him on base. And now he's going to take off for second. So we'll undo that here, and let me see how they scored that out there. And they scored it as a hit. Okay. So Blanchette will get a hit instead of a ground out. And then the courtesy runner for Blanchette is Tucker Cozen. He's currently on second base now. Strike is called there. And that'll bring the count to 2-1. That one's outside for a ball. 3 balls and a strike now. Hansen will wind up and deliver, and it's outside, and that will be... Apparently that was ball 2, so the scoreboard in the outfield was not accurate. I was matching that. Now it's ball 3. So it's either 3-1 or 3-2. And back to second. It'll go into center field, and taking off for third is Tucker Cozen. The throw is on the way, but it'll be a little bit off the mark. Cozen momentarily thought about coming home, but that will not be the case. It'll be an error. So Tucker Cozen, courtesy running for Blanchette, who got the single off of Garrick's ankle, is now 90 feet away from potentially putting the first run on the board here in this game. Max Ammerman facing a potential 3-1 count. Garrick comes set, winds, delivers, and that one's going into the gap in left center. Running after it, there's Jaden Johnson. Tucker Cozen will tag. The throw comes in, but it will not be in time, and the Stars take the lead on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Max Ammerman to left center field, and it's 1-0.
Sacrifice fly brings up number 9, Ethan Dahl.
So that clears the bases now, puts one out on the board, and puts Ethan Dahl at the plate. Batter 9 in the lineup, so we'll go back to the top of the order. Looks like he was going to square up for a bunt, pulled it back, and took ball 1 instead. Garrick Hansen, I have him down for 27 pitches. This will be 28 coming up here. And that one's going to be low for ball 2. So 2-0 now here to Ethan Dahl. Once again, we'll turn it back to the top of the order. Michael Essex, who had a fly out, if memory serves me correctly, last time he was on. He is on deck. And we will see him. There's only one out and no opportunity for a double play here. So we'll see Essex this inning. And there's a strike. 2-1. Called strike on over the outside edge of the plate. We'll see if Hansen goes there again, or maybe comes back inside. We'll see. Or maybe he'll go right down the middle. He will go right down the middle. That'll be fouled away off the first base side to pull the count even at 2-2. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Legacy Plumbing, Frank's Lounge, Dakota Fins and Feathers, and Buffalo Wild Wings, to name a few of our sponsors supporting the Stars, Comets, Astros, and Rockets in 2026. We certainly appreciate your continued support of Fargo Post 400 baseball. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a bouncing ball towards short. Nice grab there by Erickson. He'll fire it over in time for the out. And I guess there was 2 outs. I'm going to just go with my scoring now, and we'll we'll come back with the other half inning here in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Looking for the ultimate destination for fun? Welcome to Kingpins. From interactive hyperbowling on our 14 lanes to adrenaline-pumping laser tag and immersive escape rooms, the adventure never stops. Smash high scores in our massive arcade, then refuel at Barron's with our made-from-scratch menu. Whether it's a birthday, a company gathering, or just a night out, make your next event unforgettable. Book your lanes online. Call 701-532-BOWL. Or stop in and visit us at 3485 Jacks Way South in Fargo.
Here's 3 ways you can support Magnitude Sports. First, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It's 100% free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 month-to-month YouTube memberships. Finally, businesses can choose one of 2 online YouTube sponsorships or contact us for more options. To learn more, click the Join button or give us a call at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Don't forget you can find us online, Magnitude TV Plus on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And, of course, our broadcast schedule is pinned to the top of the Facebook page. So facebook.com/Magnitude TV Plus. Appreciate it if you give us a like, follow, subscribe, all that cool stuff. That would be so very cool. We go now to the bottom of the second inning here I don't know the name of this field. You'd think that I would have written that down or researched it. I'll have to do that here during the next commercial break, but we'll just say Bozeman, Montana for the moment. Gavin Spackman will lead it off. We'll see Tris Eborn and Ty Smith this inning. It's the 6, 7, 8 portion of the lineup, and AC gets one a little bit outside. 1 ball and no strike, the count. Everybody's allowed a pitch like that every now and then, as long as it doesn't happen too frequently. He'll just miss on that much better pitch for ball 2. And that one's going to be a little high for ball 3. So 1 that wasn't even close, and then 2 that were close but just missed. 1 a little bit inside and 1 a little bit too high. See if he brings it down. No, he'll walk him on 4 pitches. That'll bring up Tris Eborn.
This involves brings up Tris Eborn.
Eborn bats 7th in the lineup here for the Huskers. Of course, I shouldn't even have to write that down. I think I just momentarily lapsed on my thought there. Ball 1. Heroes Park is what I typed into my GPS to get here, and then I forgot the name of the field, and thank you to the Goddards for helping me remind me of that. One pitch coming up here for Christofferson, and that one will be in for strike 2. So a called strike on the outside edge. Stars have the 1-0 lead. Sacrifice fly to left center. Scored Tucker Cozen on a tag from third. That's our scoring so far, in case you're just tuning in. This one, line down the right field line. Past the glove of Gus Wiermeyer. And heading into third and rounding third is Gavin Spackman. He'll score to tie the game. Safe, it's an RBI triple. So Tris Eborn with a line drive shot right down the first base line. It may have caught a piece of Wiermeyer's glove, but it was hit so hard there was very little chance of Wiermeyer securing that one. And we have a 1-1 ball game now. So that's the second hit of the ball game here for the Huskers. They're looking for a strike is called on the play. There was nobody covering third for Blanchette to throw up and try and pick him off. And had there been, they may have gotten him in a rundown possibly. And that is strike 2. We need to hire this umpire in North Dakota. I like his strike calls. No balls and 2 strikes to Ty Smith. Batter 8 in the lineup. And that one's going to miss for a ball. So it's 1-2 now. And there's a strikeout, a 4-pitch strikeout for the first out of the inning. On a called strike, goes inside, outside, back inside, and a ball mixed into that. And that'll bring us to batter 9 in the lineup. It's Jaden Johnson.
Up to bat number 11, Jaden Johnson.
And that one's just going to miss for a ball. It was below the knees. It was over the plate, but it was below the knees of number 11. Oh, there's a squirrel or something that was making himself at home on the mound, and now the squirrel eventually evades the field off the third base side. Well, there's a first for everything. I can't even say that I've seen that happen in Castleton. I don't. For any Green Canyon people tuning in, the school, the high school in Castleton, North Dakota, is named the Squirrels. So there's the connection, just in case. And a back pick to third is going into left field. And Michael Essex will pick it up. Tris will come in and score, and the Huskers take a 2-1 lead. They'll go into the books as an error. So now both teams have an error. Both teams have 2 hits. And the Huskers have 1 additional run. It's 2-1. Does that count as a mound visit? It should, maybe. That one's fouled away cleanly off to the first base side. Out of danger of anybody getting hit. First time in my life that I've been to this particular facility, and so far so good. I like it. And this one right up the middle. It's a diamond cutter that takes a bounce off the second base bag. Colby Hansen was getting ready to scoop it up, and the ball just went the other direction. That is going to be a base hit. Nothing Colby Hansen could do about that.
Back to the top of the order. Number 7, Beckman Erickson.
Christofferson nearly grabbed it with a backhanded grab. It snuck by him. Hansen had it fielded, and then the ball just hit the base and went the opposite direction. They say in the sport of hockey that the way the puck bounces, and in this case, it's the way the baseball bounces. And you don't normally say that too often in a baseball game, but since I had the opportunity to make a hockey reference, I had to take that opportunity and take full advantage of it, considering that hockey's my favorite sport, with baseball coming in at a close second. 2-0, 2-1. We're back to the top of the lineup here. It's Beckham Erickson. And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, bouncing ball foul to the first base coach for the Huskers, and a nice throw back to Christofferson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one's going to miss outside. Full count now at 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes, confirmed by our home plate umpire. Christofferson delivers the payoff pitch, and he'll walk him. So the walk will put runners on first and second, and that'll bring us to Gage Atkinson. And Coach Fichtner is going to come out and have a visit on the mound here with the Stars. We'll take a quick timeout and be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Post 400 would like to thank these additional sponsors for supporting our Legion baseball program. Bell Bank, member FDIC. Valley Service of Fargo. Legacy Plumbing. D&M Industries. And Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, the mound visit has come to a conclusion here, and we return to action here in the bottom of the second. Runners on first and second. Yeah, Beckham Erickson on first and Jaden Johnson, the runner, on second here for Green Canyon. Once again, the batter is Gage Atkinson. Atkinson 0 for 1. Struck out looking last time he was at the plate. Hey, look at that. I gained a friend because of my hockey reference. Thank you, Leo Mora. I believe that was called a strike. It's 0-1. A little bit of a breeze, but not too much. Kind of tell how windy it is by looking at the American flag there, and almost straight away center field, off to the right a little bit. That one's going to be pushed out of play on the right field side, and that's good for strike 2. No runs in the first inning. Our 2-1 score has come here in the second inning of play, with the Huskers have a runner on second, looking to potentially add to that 2-1 advantage that they have at the moment here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Once again, the batter is Gage Atkinson. 0 for 1, struck out looking last time he was at the plate. Stofferson comes set, delivers. Got it in there for a strike 3. So he'll strike out looking on both occasions. And that'll bring us to Garrick Hansen. 0 for 0. He was walked last time he was at the plate. Throw back to second. That was close, but got back there in time. That's Jaden Johnson, the runner on second once again. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. The Huskers left 2 on base on first and second in the bottom of the first. They're in the same scenario right now as that pitch comes in high for a ball and 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch swings through it for strike 2. North Logan, Utah is surrounded by the Wellsville Mountains to the west and is close to Mount Naomi Wilderness, which is to the east of North Logan, Utah. So a few fun facts there about North Logan, Utah for you. 2-2 the count now. We'll try and bring you fun facts of all the communities that the teams are from that are against the Stars. If you're watching this as a neutral fan of one of the other teams in this tournament, if your team plays the Stars, we'll have a broadcast for you. Base hit into right field, and they will pump the brakes on Johnson at third. That single will load the bases. And that'll bring us to Dakota Calvary, 1 for 1. singled on a line drive to right field the last time he was at the plate. We have another courtesy runner for Gehrig, and it's number 22, which I still don't have on my roster. See if I can. Unless it's number 12, but it's the only other possibility. No, it is definitely 22. I looked through the binoculars at first base just now. It is definitely 22, and I don't have 22 on my roster, so I apologize for not being able to identify him at the moment. Swing and a miss there, and I believe it's 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm going to go with it. Pretty confident. And a bouncing ball right back to home for the force out. And that will strand 3 on base as Calvary will reach on a inning-ending fielder's choice. And that will put a close to the second inning of play. The Huskers get 2. They have the 2-1 lead. We'll see if the Stars can respond in the top of the third when we return after the break.
Baseball is back. We have all the dominant performances.
Rounding third is Oliver Luck. He will come in, and the throw won't be in time. And Easton Rarick with a 2-run single to right, and it's 10-4.
And all the big moments.
Back inside, ground ball to second. Flip to Rarick for 1 on to first. Rack him up for 2. Throw back to third, making a triple play. It will go 4, 6, 3, 5 on the triple play. Everybody in the infield got their turn.
All right, welcome back. 2-1 lead here for Green Canyon over the Fargo Post 400 Stars. Number 22, his last name starts with a T, but I can't read the handwriting, so I'm not even going to speculate on what I think it is. The 2 guesses I had, I am pretty sure are wrong. Top of the order now, Michael Essex leads it off here for the Stars in the top of the third.
At number 19, Gus Warehill.
All right, so prior to Essex reaching base, it took 32 pitches for Gehrig Hansen to go through the first 9 batters. All right, I'm caught up in my scorebook now. Essex steals second. One ball, no strike. Here to the batter, Gus Wurmeyer. Wurmeyer 0 for 0. He's walked last time he was at the plate. Gehrig Hansen with pitch 36. And that will oh, I guess not. I thought it was going to be a little bit low for a ball 2, but it will be a strike. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Gus Wurmeyer. Hansen walked him last time. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 1-2 now here to Wurmeyer. Essex with a slight lead off on second, and that one goes either off or through the legs once again. And Essex will score, no problem there. That was almost automatic. And I say that with utmost respect. I just know that he's probably the fastest player on the team. If you were to start all 18 runners on the first base line and send them to the left field wall, Essex would probably get there 5 seconds before the second fastest player on the Stars. So we have a tie ball game now, 2-2. Now, I can't prove that because I've never set it up. I've never requested it. I've never talked to any of the players, but I'm just making a pretty good guess. That one's fouled away for a strike. It's 0-1. So Wurmeyer with the single, and that will be another single. And Wurmeyer will put on the brakes at first, and Kane Mathiasen, who was 1 for 1, now 2 for 2. A double last time up, this time a single.
Now stepping up to the plate, Colby Hansen.
Kane Mathiasen is now 11 of 12 on his last 12 plate appearances. And here's a bunt right back to the pitcher. They'll throw to third. They got him out. So Wurmeyer comes off base. Runners remain on first and second as Hansen will reach on a fielder's choice. That'll bring up Seth Egan.
Number 12, Seth Egan.
So Kane Mathiasen on second, Colby Hansen on first, Seth Egan the batter. And that's a strike. You have to wonder if both pitchers started throwing more balls or more strikes than balls, if the umpire would lose his voice or not. That one's fouled away into the Huskers dugout. There'll be no balls and 2 strikes now. Two ball game. 2 runs on 4 hits, so I think maybe it's 5 hits. Let me double check. Yeah, it's 5 hits.
Number 11, Gus Pankratz.
So strikeout will bring Gus Pankratz 0 for 1. Struck out swinging last time he was up. Puts 2 outs on the board. Runners remain on first and second. And that pitch is a little bit low for a ball. It's 1-0. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Stars. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Huskers. And that one will drop in for ball 2. I want to say thanks to my Uber riders in Fargo, Jamestown, Bismarck, and Billings for paying my 100% one-way gas bill from Fargo to Bozeman. I'm not even kidding you. Made $30 in Fargo, $17 in Jamestown, $55 in Bismarck, and $16 in Bozeman, or no, Billings, excuse me. And then one guy gave me a $20 cash tip, so that factored into the gas money to get here. I've done that once before with a hockey trip. I went from Fargo to Minneapolis to Chicago, down to Nashville, back up to St. Louis, over to Denver, back to Fargo. And I did it all on Uber Eats funds. I didn't spend a single cent of my own money. So there you go, Leo and Maura. You get a second hockey reference now, and does that want to be a walk? Now we'll load the bases here for the Stars on the walk. Kane Mathias in the third, Colby Hansen second, Gus Pankratz at first, Caleb Blanchette the batter.
Bases for number 7,
Blanchette 1 for 1, singled on a ground ball to the third baseman. That was the one that ricocheted off the pitcher's ankle over to third. Max Ammerman on deck, swinging 2 bats in the on-deck circle. You can see him on the right-hand side of the screen there. One ball, no strike here to Blanchette. Bases loaded, 2 away. And Blanchette will lean back a little bit to take ball 2. We'll see if Hansen comes back with a strike or not. And he was gonna try to, but it'll end up being ball 3. He was trying to hit the inside edge and jam up Blanchette, but and the pitch is a wild pitch into the backstop. It'll be a ball 4 walk that'll bring in a run, and that'll give the Stars the lead at 3-2. So the Stars have a 3-2 lead now, and the bases loaded walk, and that'll bring up Max Ammerman. And we'll have a visit to the mound here for the Huskers as well. So 3 runs on 5 hits so far here for the Stars, and 2 runs on 4 hits so far for the Huskers. The mound visit will come to a conclusion here. Once again, if you're just tuning in, no score in the first. Stars strike first with 1 in the top of the second on a sacrifice fly that scored Tucker Cozen from third. Huskers would respond with 2 in the bottom of the second, excuse me, and now the Stars have responded with 2 in the top of the third. They have the 3-2 lead. Bases loaded, 2 away. Ammerman the batter now. And the first pitch is low for a ball. It's 1-0. Kobe Hansen on third, Gus Pankratz on second. And Tucker Cozen, the courtesy runner for Blanchette, on first. Fly ball center field, rushing in, and he will make the catch on the run. Nice job there by Gavin Spackman. And that will strand 3 on base. We go to the middle of the third. They strand 2 in scoring position and 3 on base, but they take the 3-2 lead. We'll see if the Huskers can respond here in the bottom half of the third when we return after the break here on Magnitude.
Get to Vic's for Hamburger Happy Hour. Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Get a delicious burger and fries for just $6.50. The kitchen is always cooking at Vic's. We serve up breakfast every day from 9 a.m. to noon, and we're open 365 days a year from 9 a.m. all the way until 2 a.m. Plus, catch regular happy hour every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and join us for bingo 5 days a week. Come hungry to Vic's, located at 1608 Main Avenue Southeast in Moorhead.
When it's time for an oil change, you want service that's fast and trustworthy. Grease Monkey's certified technicians get you in and out in about 15 minutes, plus a complimentary 16-point safety check. No pressure, no surprises, just honest, manufacturer-recommended service. While we work, step out of the heat and relax in our air-conditioned lobby with a cold refreshment. Visit your local Grease Monkey for a quick, professional oil change you can feel good about.
All right, welcome back. Heroes Field here in Bozeman, Montana, the 2026 Bozeman Invite. Game 1 of 4 for the Stars, potentially 5, depending on how they do in the first 4 games here, depending on how all the teams do in their first 4 games. This will be the only game today for the Stars. The Stars will have a game at 9 a.m., which will be 10 a.m. Central Time tomorrow morning, and then that will be their only game tomorrow. Ground ball out towards Ammerman at short. He'll scoop it up, fire it over to Gus Wurmeyer at first, and that's 1 pitch, 1 out. Bronx Aguirre was the batter who just grounded out. And that will bring to the plate Gavin Spackman.
Gavin Spackman.
Strike 1 here to Spackman. Spackman 0 for 0. He was walked last time he was at the plate. He takes strike 1 here. And this one's fouled away, and that'll be good for strike 2. And that one pops way up. I mean, that's not even word. That's like saying my usual thing where I say it pops off the plate like a piece of popcorn. That one really popped off the plate. I want to say it popped off the plate like a bungee cord jumper. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3, got him looking. Apologize for the language that came through on our crowd mic there. We'll let them settle down, and they apparently did not agree with that call, which is understandable. All right, I think everybody's chill now, and so I'll make up for it by calling that a ball. 1-0. Yeah, so it's in the past. There's nothing you can do about it. 2-0 pitch. There's the strike, 2-1. I'll say that there's been plenty of pitches in 6 years where in 90% of the broadcasts, I sit almost directly up from home plate. And there have been tons of pitches that I thought were strikes that were balls and vice versa. So I'm used to it now. There's a strike and a full count at 3-2. Nothing surprises me. Payoff pitch coming up here for Christofferson. It'll be his 68th pitch of the game. That one's going to be fouled away. We'll have another payoff pitch. So one shy of 70 for Christofferson unofficially. Tris Eborn, the batter, he's 1 for 1. He had that RBI triple, the line drive shot down the first base line. And there's another strikeout, and that's out number 2. 3, excuse me. Forgot to put out 2 on the last strikeout there. 3-2. The Stars have the lead here on Magnitude Sports. We'll be back with more in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Century Builders' integrity isn't just a word, it's how we do business. Built on a foundation of hard work, accountability, and small-town values, we've earned our reputation by delivering quality construction projects across the Northern Plains. From commercial steel and post-frame buildings to innovative data center facilities, our experienced team combines craftsmanship, innovation, and attention to detail in every project. At Century Builders, we're committed to making your building experience seamless from start to finish. Century Builders, building with integrity, delivering excellence.
Excellent song selection by the DJ during the commercial break there after the controversial strikeouts at the bottom of the third. We move to the top of the fourth. It is a Michael Jackson song. It's I'll stop there for the moment. I have more to say, but I gotta wait for us to get into action for it to actually connect the dots and make sense. So. We got the 9, 1, and 2 batters. Ethan Dahl, Michael Essex, Gus Wurmeyer, at least I think. Yes, we do. Dahl, Essex, and Wurmeyer. Third base, left field, first baseman will be the batters here in the top of the fourth as the Stars have the 3-2 lead, excuse me. And we'll see. Do we have a... Seems like this inning's starting later than it normally would. Just want to double check to see if we didn't have a pitching change and I missed it. No, we did not. It's still Hansen on the mound, so just taking a little bit longer break, I guess, which is fine. No problem there. Hansen will deliver it inside for a ball. It's a 1-0. And that one's going to be ball 2. And that one's low for ball 3. 3 pitches and 3 balls. One on the outside, one high, one low. See if he goes outside here. Goes down the middle for a strike. Got it. Nice pitch. Called strike, 3-1, so he cashes in his free strike coupon on the 3-0 count. And the 3-1. And that one is a line drive into center field that'll bounce for a base hit.
Back to the top of the order, number 26, Michael Essex.
So Ethan Dahl's on base with nobody out. Michael Essex comes to the plate as we return to the top of the order now. Essex 1 for 2. Fly out to right and a single. Last time he was at the plate. Tried the pickoff attempt there on Dahl, but he's back in time. .60 pitches for Garrick Hansen, and another pickoff attempt there on Dahl at first. So we'll wait a little bit longer for pitch 61 from Hansen. And another pickoff attempt. We'll see if they go for a fourth pickoff attempt here or not. Essex is going to square up. He'll pull it back. Throw to second is not in time, and he'll steal second. Pitch came across as a ball, so it's 1-0 to Michael Essex, and the stolen base moves Ethan Dahl into scoring position. 1-0. So pitch 62 coming up. Here's the windup and the delivery, and a check swing to the inside, and it's going to be a strike. It may have hit the handle of his bat. Not 100% sure on that, but it's a strike, 1-1. Hansen winds, delivers. The 1-1 bounces off the sand into the glove of Eborn for ball number 2. 60 feet from the mound to home plate, and he got that pitch about 58.5 feet there, so just a little bit short on that one. There's a strike. Got that one all the way through. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on second. Nobody out. On deck is Gus Wermeyer. And he's going to pop that one up. Opportunity there. No, it was not quite, couldn't quite reach there. But an A for effort for Eborn on that one. Essex getting away with a pop out. Of all the things a batter could do in an at-bat plate appearance, a pop out to a positional player is probably the least favorite. And this is a 1 bouncer to short. Erickson fires it over to Calvary, and he got him out. That will advance Ethan Dahl to third, though. That puts the first out on the board. And brings up Gus Wermeyer. .63 ground out for Essex. Hansen winds and delivers, and that one is sent foul. Pitch was going to the outside, and Wiermeyer probably started his swing a little bit early, and those two combinations pushed that ball foul instead of fair. Oh and 1 as a result, and the 0-1 delivery. That's in for, well, I guess not. It's ball one. Because I swore that was going to be called a strike there. And that goes back to my previous point. Hansen winds up for the 1-1. And that one will bounce away. Coming in from third is Ethan Dahl. He will score. Ball 2, and it's now a 4-2 ball game in favor of the Stars. So that empties the bases, makes the count 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch, and that one's a hard hit ball to second. Atkinson picks it up and fires it just a little high, but Calvary able to maintain it at the other end for a 4-3 ground out, and out number 2. And that will bring Kane Mathias into the play. And he'll lay down a bunt, and taken off is Mathiasen, and he is out. So it'll be a 2-3 ground out on the bunt attempt, and that will put an end to the top of the 4th. They tack on one more to extend their lead to 4-2 as they double up on the Huskers here, and we'll see if the Huskers can respond, as they have scored so far in all even innings, but they have not scored in odd innings. So we'll see if that changes here or not, or if that we'll see if that pattern continues, is what I intended to say. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment here on Magnitude.
Men grow up hearing, "Be a man." Never show any fear, kid. You gotta be tough. Push through the pain. Don't be weak. Man, it's time to change the narrative. Our mental health is just as important as our physical health.
Let it out.
It's okay to feel. Speak up, because the life you save could be your own.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
All right, welcome back. New pitcher on the mound here for the Stars is number 4, Tyler Frederick. He takes over for Christofferson. I had him down for 69 pitches and 3 innings of work. And now Tyler Frederick will take over on the mound. Frederick's first pitch is a swing and a miss for a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 wind up in delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 pitches and 2 strikes here. Or check that, 3 pitches and 3 strikes. And a strikeout for out number 1.
Number 11, Jaden Johnson.
Jaden Johnson, 1 for 1, singled right up the middle last time he was at the plate. That was the one where Christofferson nearly backhanded it at the mound. Kobe Hansen went to field it, and then it popped off the second base bag and went the opposite direction of Kobe Hansen. And that's going to miss for a ball. 3-0 the count here. And there's a strike, and he's a back flip away from being an umpire for the Savannah Bananas. And that one's fouled off, and nice duck by the individual in green there, as that one nearly took off his head. So full count. And he'll walk him.
Base on balls brings up Beckman Erickson.
Beckman Erickson's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging. Or I'm sorry, he's 0 for 0. 0 for 1. Struck out swinging and then walked on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. This will be his first plate appearance against Tyler Frederick. And he'll send that into the gap in left center. Michael Essex runs over and makes the catch. Told you he had speed.
Gage Atkinson.
Gage Atkinson, let's try that again. Gage Atkinson. Let's try that 3rd time's the charm. Gage Atkinson, the batter, 0 for 2. Struck out looking and struck out looking. Last time he struck out looking, the Husker fans were not too thrilled about it. So fouled away for a strike and an 0-1 count here. 7-inning games. I am not sure if there's a time limit. I don't think there is, but swing and a miss. He went early on a pitch that was going to the outside. He chased it, and it cost him a strike. And the throw to second is going to be in time, and that will be the 3rd out. So Gage Atkinson will continue his at-bat in the bottom of the 5th, but the runner gets taken off base, and that leaves nobody stranded, and we go now to the 5th inning of play with the Stars doubled up on the Huskers, 4-2. They'll have a chance to add to that lead when they bring to the plate Kobe Hansen, Seth Egan, and Gus Pankratz next inning. We'll be back in just a moment.
I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Welcome back. Top of the fifth inning. Gary Hansen continues on the mound here. He'll start with pitch 69 here in the top of the fifth. He'll face off against Colby Hansen. Hansen's 0 for 2, grounded out, back to the pitcher, and then bunted into a fielder's choice. That one is going to be low for a ball, 1-0.
Up to bat number 2, Colby Hansen.
Also this inning, Seth Egan and Gus Pankratz pending possible changes. And now Hansen will be on base via hit by a pitch. And that'll bring Seth Egan to the plate, 0 for 2, grounded out to third and struck out looking. Don't forget the 2026 Central Plains Regional Tournament and the road to Shelby. All 15 games will be right here on Magnitude Sports from BNC National Bank Field in Mandan at Veterans Memorial Ballpark. So circle that on your calendar. It starts August 4th. Pickoff attempt is back, not in time. So once again, the 2026 Central Plains on Magnitude Sports, the 2027 Central Plains on Magnitude Sports. All other years pending. Little pop out or bouncer to third, and it'll be a 5-3 ground out that'll move Colby Hansen up to second base.
Number 11, Gus Pankratz.
Gus Pankratz 0 for 1, struck out swinging, and he walked last time he was at the plate. And if you missed the 2025 Central Plains Regional, you can go back and watch that under our tournaments section on our homepage at youtube.com/Magnitude Sports. Or if you didn't miss it and you want to see it again, all 15 games are there. We'll also have the Single A East Region Tournament featuring the Fargo Post 400 Comets and all their conference opponents. Top 4 teams from that tournament will make the state tournament. Ground ball, they'll sneak by Aguirre into left field at third. They will pump the brakes at third on Colby Hansen. That'll put runners on the corners and a base hit for Gus Pankratz. Will bring us to Caleb Blanchette. So this game here is the only game today. They have one. The Stars have one at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and that'll be the only game tomorrow. And then on Saturday they'll have basically a doubleheader, a 10 a.m. and a 12:30 game. So there'll be a little bit of time between games. At least we presume there will be. But all the watch links for all of them are here. A hit and run, and Blanchette hits into right field. That will score Colby Hansen from third and up to second. They will drop the ball and he'll be safe at second. So run scores, making it 5-2.
Number 10, Max Ammer.
So Gus Pankratz at third. Tucker Cozen coming in to run for Blanchette at second. And Max Ammerman, 1-for-1. Scored the first run of the game for the Stars on a sac fly to left center field as he swings through this one for strike one. And then he would single on a ground ball that would go just past first base into shallow right field last time he was at the plate. And there's a strike. I believe the count's 1-2. And a bouncing ball to first. And this time it will not get by him, and he'll step on the bag for the out. That'll put the second out on the board. The runners will stay put. And that'll bring us to Ethan Dahl. Here's the pitch from Hansen. Check swing. It would have been a strike anyway. And it's 0-1. Tomorrow's game at 10 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. if you're here in Bozeman, will be against Saskatoon. Pitch will be inside for a ball. Two balls and a strike now here to Ethan Dahl. And the top of the order, Michael Essex, is on deck. It's possible we could see him this inning. I'm going to say possible this time. Are two away, though. That one is foul down the right field side. Went a little late on that swing. He started his swing a split second earlier. He possibly could have had a two-run RBI to right. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. Now within the inning, they'll leave two stranded in scoring position like they normally do. And that will bring us to the middle of 5. Stars tack on one more. They have a 5-2 lead now here through 4.5 innings of play. We'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
400 would like to thank these additional sponsors for supporting our Legion baseball program. Bell Bank, member FDIC. Valley Service of Fargo. Legacy Plumbing. D&M Industries. And Buffalo Wild Wings.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Home half of the fifth. The Huskers will come to the plate with Gage Atkinson, who was left stranded at the plate when his teammate got caught stealing second in the bottom of the fourth. So he'll lead off here in the bottom of the fifth. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters for that portion of the lineup here for Green Canyon. So that one's fouled away for strike one, and it's an 0-1 count. And that one is going to miss for a ball. 1-1 the count. Then Saturday at 10 a.m., the Stars will take on the Nampa Chiefs. And then at 12:30 approximately, they will take on the host team, the Bozeman Bucks. Stars defeated Bozeman last year in the championship game of this invite, and now they will meet a potential game sooner than that potential championship game. This time around, chance for Bozeman to get revenge without it having to be in a championship game is one way you could look at it. Fly ball to right field. Pankratz has the out. Of course, I wasn't here last year. We're down in Millbank, South Dakota on the 100th anniversary Legion baseball tournament.
Oh, it's that. Garrett Hanson.
And it seems like whenever I'm not around, the Stars have a phenomenal game. Makes me concerned how much longer I'll have this job. This strike. I'm just kidding. I'm pretty confident that I haven't done anything majorly wrong yet, so. One, and he'll swing through it for strike two. Once again, Gage Atkinson 0 for 2, struck out looking, and then his teammate, check that. I forgot what happened his third time up. I forgot to write it down in my scorebook.
No, batting number 35, Dakota Calvary.
All right, Dakota Calvary 1 for 2. Single on line drive to right and grounded into a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. First pitch comes in for a strike here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, and that one's popped up, and it will push foul, and it will push itself out of play. 0-2. And that one's a little bit low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count now here to the batter, Dakota Calvary. That one's also fouled away. So stay right where we're at a ball and 2 strikes. I think it's the first time I've been to Bozeman. If I have been here before, I was a really young kid and I don't remember it. I know my family and I have traveled through Montana on occasions, going to other places, so we may have stopped here and I didn't realize it. But I'm definitely going to check it out today. I saw a billboard for Old Chicago, so if you want to Venmo me some Old Chicago funding, since I didn't know that there was one here and I didn't put that into my yearly request like I usually do for travel expenses. Because every time we'd go to Omaha, they would do that, but the last 2 times we've gone to Omaha, the store's been closed down, so I don't get the Old Chicago funding in my road game funding yet anymore. If we keep coming to Bozeman, that's going to change. It'll be a walk. So a 2-out walk. And now Tyler Frederick will face Bronx Aguirre. First pitch to Aguirre, inside for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike now here to Bronx Aguirre, the third baseman. Frederick will deliver behind the back of Aguirre, and that will allow Dakota Calvary to reach second base. Ball 2. Safe on a wild pitch at second. Came that close to hitting him. Two balls and a strike. And a delivery in for strike 2. Frederick will step off and everybody will reset for a brief moment. And a delivery high for a ball 3, full count. And that one comes right up over the broadcast booth and somewhere behind us. I'm not exactly sure what's behind us, like I know at most of the fields we broadcast from, but not here. And the pitch low for ball 4, and that'll walk him. So runners on first and second now. We'll bring up Gavin Spaknick. But first, Coach Fichtner will come to the mound. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment.
400 would like to thank these additional sponsors for supporting our Legion baseball program. Bell Bank, member FDIC. Valley Service of Fargo. Legacy Plumbing. D&M Industries. And Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, so the conference on the mound is over.
20 minutes.
And that one will come in low for a ball. 1-0 to the batter, Gavin Spaknick. Spackman batting 6 in the lineup. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout looking. And a ground ball to third. Mishandled, but picked up by Ammerman. He cannot make the throw in time. And they got him out. Wow. I don't know about that one, if I'm being honest with you, but wow. Well, we'll put it into the books as out number 3, and we'll go now to the top of the 6th inning. It's 5-2, Fargo post 100. Let me double check the runs, and all those numbers are correct. 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and 7 left on base for both teams. We'll be back with more in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of
Good
Bismarck,
sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Post 400 baseball is back, and we have all the dominant performances.
Rounding third is Oliver Luck. He will come in, and the throw won't be in time, and Easton Rarick with a 2-run single to right, and it's 10-4.
And all the big moments.
Back inside, ground ball to second. Flip to Rarick for 1, on to first, rack him up for 2. Throw back to third, making a triple play. It will go 4, 6, 3, 5 on the triple play. Everybody in the infield got their turn.
All right, welcome back. 5-2 Stars here as we go to the top of the 6th inning, and the Stars in this contest so far did not score in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. So they've scored in every inning except the first inning of play here in this contest so far, and we'll see if that trend continues or not.
Number 26.
Michael Essex will be the batter. So top of the order, batters 1, 2, 3 here for the Stars. Essex 1 for 3. Fly out to right, single, and a ground out to short. Here's the pitch. Hansen still on the mound. And he may have got a piece of that. It's a strike either way because he swung through the, did not pull it back. I'm going to go with a fouled away pitch. And that one is low for a ball. 1-1 the count. Or 2-1, excuse me. And that one is a base hit for Michael Essex. He will get a single out of that one as he's able to get it over the second baseman, Gage Atkinson, and drop it into medium right field.
Single brings up the first baseman, number 19, Gus Wehrmeyer.
Since Essex came up from the Comets, that's his first base hit that did not have an RBI attached to it. Gus Wehrmeyer, the batter now. Hansen will stare down Essex on first. We'll see if they send Essex or not. And they will send Essex. And the throw up to second is going to bounce away, and Essex is safe at second. They may have had a chance to get him, and that's not something that I have the opportunity to call very often. outside for a ball. 2-0 now. And they'll throw back to second. Essex is able to get his right hand on the bag and keep it there. Hansen will look at Essex a couple of times and wind and deliver, and it's fouled away. Two the count. Hansen will get the signal here from Eborn. And now we'll take a look back at second on Essex. Stare him down for a little bit and deliver. Caught the corner. So that is a strikeout for Hansen.
Up to bat, number 3, Kane Matheson.
Kane Matheson 2 for 3. Had a nobody on base bunt ground out to the catcher, a 2-3 throw out. So he is 11 for 13 in his last 13 trips to the plate. He was 5 for 5 against Moorhead, and he was 4 for 4 going into his fifth plate appearance in the game against Dickinson a few days ago. Swing and a miss. The throw to third's off the target. Essex has third.
No, up to bat, number 2, Colby Hansen.
Colby Hansen to the plate now. He is 0 for 2. Ground out, bunt into a fielder's choice, and hit by a pitch. Hit by a pitch last time he was up. There's the windup in the delivery, and that one's going to right field. Maybe Ty Smith can get there. No, he cannot. It'll drop for a long strike. 335 down the right field line, 338 down the left field line. Looks like it's 404 to center field. Two away, Essex on third, and the pitch. And that is through the 5-6 gap. That will score Essex. An RBI single for Colby Hansen will make it a 6-2 ball game. So they get the runner in from scoring position with 2 outs on the board.
Now it's back, Mason center.
And now taking the place of Seath Egan will be Mason Sinner. Sinner will hear the play, check his pocket, and step into the play. And that'll be a strike. Thought maybe it was going to be a little bit low, but Hansen keeping it high enough to be in the strike zone. We're approaching the 2-hour mark of this ball game. We're 3 minutes shy of it at 1 hour 57 minutes. As that one's fouled away for a strike. Now strike him out. They'll strand one on base, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Maybe. There we go. 6-2, so they don't, or they do score one in that inning, so their scoring per inning streak continues. They lead 6-2 as we go to the bottom half of the 6th. This, if there is a time limit, this might be the last half inning, but we'll find out together when we return after this.
When your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
All right, so they announced during the commercial break that this will be the last half inning here. So it is essentially the bottom of the 7th, and the Huskers would need to score 5 to walk it off. If they scored 4, it would end in a tie ball game. That'll be a ground out to first for out number 1. There would be no extra innings. It would just be a tie ball game, I do believe. But we'll worry about that if we reach that point. Ty Smith is the batter. He's 0 for 2. Struck out looking and struck out swinging. Takes the first pitch here for a ball. It's 1-0. And that's a fly ball to center field, and that is caught easily by Kane Mathiasen. I think that's the first time Mathiasen has seen action out in center field today. And that'll bring us to the 22, the courtesy runner, is stepping in for Jaden Johnson. He's the one with the last name that starts with a T, but I couldn't read the handwriting, and I have no idea what his first name is. So we'll refer to him as 22. And that's a base hit to left field. That'll get past Michael Essex. I'll go all the way to the wall, and he's going to get a triple out of that. Although I think it's going to be a single and an error, so it's going to be a hit and an error to advance him all the way over to third. So say it's a single left and then an advancement to third on an error on the left fielder. So that'll bring up the top of the order, I believe. Let me catch the jersey number here.
Actually, top of the order.
Beckham Erickson, number 7. 2-strike count here to Erickson. With 2 away. And the pitch. Ground ball to second. Kobe Hansen picks it up, fires it out, and that is essentially the ball game.
That's the ball game.
And they will confirm that. Final score, the Fargo Post 400 Stars in 6 innings get the victory 6-2 over the Huskers from Green Canyon. The Stars will play again tomorrow at 10 a.m. against Saskatoon. That'll be the only game tomorrow. And then, let's take a look at that schedule and just fill you in on what is going to happen this weekend here. Once again, if you want to follow along, you can follow along on our Facebook page, as that's where the broadcast schedule is pinned at, or you can follow along right here, right now, as we take a look at the broadcast schedule together here on your TV screen. And so once again, the Stars win against Green Canyon, and they have Saskatoon tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. So the times on those on that schedule is back home Central Time for you to make it a little bit easier. Hopefully, we'll let the teams and myself worry about being here at 9 a.m. And then Saturday, a pair of games: 10 a.m. against the Nampa Chiefs out of Idaho, and then a 1:30 p.m. game against the host team, the Bozeman Bucks. And then depending on how the Stars do today, tomorrow, and the next day, they may or may not have a game on Sunday. So that's a look at the upcoming schedule here for the Stars. And thank you so much for tuning into this game, and for the Husker fans who tuned in outside of the final score. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And your final score one more time. The Stars, 6 runs on 10 hits on 1 Huskers error. And they leave a total of 8 on base. Well, the Huskers get 2 runs on 5 hits on 2 Stars errors and leave 7 on base. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you again tomorrow bright and early for the Stars and the Saskatoon Sun Devils right here on Magnitude Sports tomorrow morning. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you later.
The preceding has been a presentation of Magnitude Sports. Follow Magnitude Sports online by searching Magnitude TV Plus on X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for broadcast updates, schedule changes, sports highlights, and much more. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports. To support this channel, simply like, comment, and subscribe. That's how you serve, stand, and score.